Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Foocast. My name is Finn and I am joined by Robert.
Hey.
Right, we are going to be talking about the Suicide Squad trailer today that came out just a few days ago, but first, I have a story for you. I didn't tell Robert I was going to tell this, but
No, you didn't.
Yesterday we were recording our Falcon and Winter Soldier podcast. It was about an hour and 10 minutes in, and out of nowhere, all of a sudden, my recording software just crashed, and we thought that we lost everything, but turns out it saved everything. We could have lost an hour and 10 minutes of footage, so if it didn't save, we wouldn't have done Falcon and Winter Soldier, like episode 1 and 2. So thank God it's out. We were
stressful.
We were all just sitting there with our head in our hands, but then the flipping recording software gods came out and said, no, here's your footage. So that's what happened. Anyway, Suicide Squad, Robert, what do you think of the trailer?
Looks awesome. And hopefully it will be.
It looks sweet. I am so glad that James Gunn is actually doing this movie, because I absolutely hated the first Suicide Squad. I think it's so bad. I don't want people just saying in the comments that, because you only hate it because the Joker wasn't right, or they didn't do this with Deadshot. No, because I thought the acting was bad, the music choices were bad, the pacing sucked, everything was bad. This movie it's embracing the silliness that is the Suicide Squad, basically. If you look in the comics, there's just so many just random, stupid supervillains with just really dumb powers that just show up out of nowhere. And like a good 60% of the actual roster of the Suicide Squad is just bizarre villains. And I love that they're embracing the weird side of DC. And I don't think they could have got anyone better to do it than James Gunn, to be completely honest with you.
Especially with such a big cast.
Yeah, the cast is huge. You know the end of trailers where a bunch of different names show up? From the first teaser that was shown at DC Fandom, like the roster of people involved in this movie, it's doubled.
It's fucking enormous.
There's so many people in this, and I
really have faith in it.
I have so much faith in it. You know when you look at a movie and you just like, okay, I can't really see how this can fail, considering it's James Gunn. It's basically DC's version of Guardians of the Galaxy in a way, and
especially since we got James Gunn.
Yeah, and James Gunn's doing it, and he's got complete control because he said in the past that Warner Brothers said that he can choose whatever character he wants in this movie. He can kill off whoever he wants, do whatever you want with this movie. And I'm so glad
he just killed off Harley Quinn.
He genuinely could.
Yeah, he could. He could kill off fucking everyone if he wanted to.
Imagine how much he could troll, like, Warner Brothers, because it seems right now they're more interested in Harley Quinn than doing anything with Henry Cavill Superman or Batman. It'd be funny if, she just died in, the first 10 minutes of Warner Brothers was like, shit, what are we gonna do now? What do we do?
Bring her back, man.
Oh, and, okay, considering the obscure characters, right, I'm so glad that, we've got, I'm pretty sure it's, who is it, DVK, I think that's what his name. Every single time me and my dad, I think I've said it to you before, but we
really?
Yeah, you know that name...
You know about Arm Fall Off Boy?
Yeah, Arm Fall Off Boy. I'm pretty sure that's his own version of Arm Fall Off Boy, because every single time me and my dad would watch a trailer, we'd be like, nah, we don't need this, we need an Arm Fall Off Boy movie. That's all we joke about. And as soon as I found out he was in this movie, I called him up and I was like, Dad, Arm Fall Off Boy is in this movie. And even though he was in a meeting, he was like, no way. And he went outside just to talk to me about it. I am so glad that he's in this. I never thought I'd see him in anything ever. James Gunn, I'd snog him.
It sounds like such a useless fucking power as well.
I think that's why they put him in the movie.
Yeah, because what the fuck's he gonna do? Is he going to distract the enemy with his arms falling off?
I'm pretty sure he's going to have one scene of showing off his powers, and then the first time it's actually him in a battle, I'm pretty sure he's just going to die instantly. I'm pretty
his
sure...
arms are going to get blown off.
I'm pretty sure, in Deadpool 2, where all the X-Force just died in one scene. I'm pretty sure that's how most of the silly ones are going to go. I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, I was looking at that.
If you look
at I was looking at the... screenshots I sent you.
Oh yeah, hang on. I'm gonna go on the Discord. I'm gonna go on the Discord and look at your screenshots you sent me because I can work with this.
Yeah, do you know the one where it says from the horribly beautiful mind of James Gunn?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that lineup and I'm thinking most of those are going to be the ones that die. So that's Arm Forest Boy, Michael Rooker is that?
Savant.
Fucking Weasel.
I
What's the name of
can't see.
that guy? The
What? Sean Gunn.
guy with blonde hair.
Oh, the guy. I'm not sure what his name is. Oh, is
Isn't
that
he a
that
comedian?
blackguard?
I think so.
Oh, what was his name? Oh, this is gonna come around to bite me in the bum later. What's his name? I
I have
can't
no
remember
idea.
what his
I'm
name
looking
is. I know who he's playing though. It's Blackguard.
at Toy Starfire, whatever her name is. I forgot who she is.
Oh, Mongol.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's a gender flip version of Mongol, isn't it?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure Javelin, Mongol, Blackguard, Weasel, Savant, Arm Fall Off Boy, maybe Captain Boomerang. I don't think they're gonna make it by the end of the movie because we haven't seen a lot of them besides like the shots of them walking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying to you the other day. How like I feel like there's gonna be two teams of Suicide Squad in there.
Yeah, because
You're gonna have like you're gonna have like the team of like the main people I've been showing you the trailer, like King Shark, Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, and over, and then you're gonna have like the others, as I'm calling them.
yeah, it's
Like Weasel, Michael Walker, and all that.
it's either that there's gonna be two teams or like half of them are just gonna die in like the first battle.
Yeah.
I
It is pretty big fucking cast as well.
I really love
It's fucking huge.
the pacing of the trailer because I'm normally in trailers you're used to just like just it builds up and then you get to see like individual squad members and then you see the big action, but the first opening bit was
yeah.
just a bus coming around the corner and then it's just them just having a big argument, so it's like whoa, we're just in a big room full of all of them.
Yeah, my favourite part about that is King Shark in the back. He kind of looked like he was picking his nose or just scratching his nose.
I didn't see him until like the second time I watched it.
He's just in the back like, what's going on?
Regarding King Shark, I'm pretty sure James Gunn's gonna make him basically DC's I Am Groot, more or less, but like he says
Yeah.
Northern Groot, and I'm so happy that Stallone is voicing him because I was listening to the sound of his voice and I was like, wait, is that Stallone? And in the end I was just like, oh crap, it is Stallone when I went on Instagram and it was confirmed.
Yeah. It's interesting casting for that character as well. Well, voice acting, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure King Shark is he's just gonna steal the show. He's gonna make it by the end of the movie.
If he doesn't, I'll be shocked.
Right.
Because they could market the shit out of him.
Who is your predictions for the... Right, let's just say like a final 6 characters are going to make it by the end of the movie. Let's just say 6. Who do you think those 6 will be?
I want to say Bloodsport, Harley Quinn. I get the feeling Polka Dot Man's going to live.
Uh-huh.
Who else? Rick Flag, King Shark, one more.
Maybe Ratcatcher?
Maybe.
Or...
And John Cena.
Yeah, it's difficult because all the characters we mentioned there, plus like 2 more, seems like the main people they're going to be focusing on. But I can't see...
Yeah, but that's also why they could kill them off as well.
Yeah, I can't see all of them dying. Like, specifically because James Gunn is making a Peacekeeper... Okay.
Yeah, Peacekeeper show. You know.
Yeah, he's making a Peacekeeper show, and we don't know if it's going to be a prequel just yet. So
yeah, it's kind of funny though to think about.
Yeah, and it's
John Cena getting his own HBO Max show as like a DC character.
Yeah, before Superman gets like a second movie.
We don't want a second Superman movie, man.
But James Gunn knows what he's doing.
We just don't want that.
Is there anyone else who could have actually came in and done it properly? Like, off the top of your head, sort of thing?
The only other person I'd say is Zack Snyder, but it'd probably be like really fucking dark.
Yeah, because James Gunn has a perfect blend of just comedy that mainly works, and James Gunn always like keeps a good balance of comedy with like really gut-wrenching emotional scenes as well.
Yeah,
so I feel like he's got to perfectly balance this, and it seems like that in the trailer as well.
He's also got a really good grasp on comic book knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Like.
I love
That's always a big plus.
I love the fact that we're just in the trailer. You're seen with a bunch of characters sitting in the room, and I didn't think we'd ever see any of them on screen. Did you ever think we'd see Polka Dot Man with King
Never even knew
Shark?
of the character.
With
Well, King Shark, he's been on live action before, but I never thought we'd see like the little small cute version of him.
yeah,
That's also
or
a
Weasel,
savage.
or like someone stupid like Javelin or Arm Fall Off Boy.
And I thought, yeah, all that catcher.
Yeah,
All Agent Liberty.
another thing I want to speak to you about is the fact that James Gunn is referring to her as Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah, I'm still in favour that like if her legacy titan, like her dad or mum was a previous rat catcher.
Mm-hmm. And
That'll probably make more sense.
yeah, I can see him just passing down a mantle and her like referencing that. And I've seen a few theories of, is Taika the original Ratcatcher, or is he voicing Starro?
I hope it could be both.
Hmm. I
Could be a
feel
thing of why does he sound like my dad? And it's just, oh hey, it's me, Star
it's me from Starro. I'm from the planet Uranus, not your actual Uranus. Just because that'd be weird. I had to walk here because there wasn't an Uber in outer space. So.
I just realised, but why is Star underground anyway? Like, what is his business being there?
Oh, I don't know. Right, I think on the topic of Starro, real quick, it's probably the silliest villain they could go for, with him being a genuine massive threat.
Yeah, it's also funny to think that in the comics he was like the Justice League's first villain, and like here he's like, well, was that also his first debut in the comics?
I think it was.
I can't remember.
Justice League issue 1, I think.
Yeah, and like his first debut in live action is fighting the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and I'm actually completely fine with that.
Yeah, it's a pretty perfect villain for him to fight as well.
I'm pretty sure before Starro was full on in this trailer, in the teaser trailer back at DC Fandom, there was a quick shot of Bloodsport and Ratcatcher, and if you pause it at like a right second, you can see like a security guard lying down with like a Starro pin. So I think that's why everyone was like, Starro's the villain?
Yeah,
and
I think that's also why they might have revealed him in this trailer as well, because it's like, well, people have already seen it, let's just reveal him.
Yeah, and it wasn't, they didn't give him like a massive reveal, we just get like a tease of Starro. We didn't get like the full-on reveal, we got like the fin and we got like the whole body of him, but like in a really small security camera, yeah. So then they're not showing way too much, they're just giving us a hint of the interaction.
Just enough.
Just enough. It's just a hint of the dynamic between them setting up more or less a few of the individual members, and basically just a hint at like what the comedy would be like. So we basically got just a small hint of what everything we can expect in this film.
Yeah, I was going to say as well, it's kind of weird how like in the trailer we don't really know what the plot is. Like we know the Suicide Squad are needed for something, but we're not exactly too sure what their mission is.
Yeah, James Gunn's really good with that in their trailers. Because if you watch a lot of Guardians 2 trailers and Guardians 1, I didn't know any of what the plot was generally going to be in Guardians 2 until I saw the film. Like, I knew Ego was going to be in it, but it's...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure James Gunn has a lot of control over what goes in the trailers. Like, he shows you a lot, but he doesn't give you lines that, like, imply what the plot's going to be.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I don't need to know exactly what the plot is.
Yeah.
But I also need to see enough to get me to watch the film.
Meanwhile, Sony
and I feel like they do this well.
Yeah, meanwhole Sony puts
especially with the Thinker.
Oh yeah. I'm curious about the role that he's gonna play in that.
I think he's the target that they're going after for information, which, in the scene where they're like talking to him. It feels like they need him for something, like he knows something. And that could possibly be related to Starro. But it also looks like at some point he joins them in a fight. So, I don't know, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Because the way they were talking to him, it's like they just picked him up, like he wasn't familiar with like the Suicide Squad rules.
Yeah.
going back to
It's also
trailers
being
real.
played by Peter Capaldi, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, Peter Capaldi's amazing. Going back to the trailer thing real quick, if this was made by Sony, they would probably show like the entire movie in like the first trailer.
They show like the characters getting killed, the ending of the film.
Yeah, with Far From Home, they showed the entire movie more or less. It's like every time I watch the movie, it's like I've seen that scene in the trailer, I've seen that, I've seen that
Yeah,
joke.
I've seen
It's the
that.
whole thing.
Oh, and I know MJ fight knows that Peter Spider-Man. I've seen that. It's not really a shock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad this hasn't fucking done that. Well, it appears it hasn't, but in the end, it's not got like. Would you say the Star thing is completely shocking?
What do you mean?
Like, would you? I don't know what.
What
I
shocking
can
to
tell what I know in my head.
Oh, what shocking to us being like, oh, Star is in this, or
Yeah, because like there's usually sometimes when like you see a trailer and it will reveal a character, and it's like, holy shit, this character in this movie, like Spider-Man in Civil War, for example. But here,
I'd say
like,
yeah. I didn't hear a lot of discussion of Star. Like I just saw a few people pointing it out, but it wasn't something that was like going around.
yeah,
Because I've seen a few people's reaction. I was like, wait, is that Starro? What the hell?
it's a pretty silly villain. It's like a giant space starfish
That
that can
is
control people.
that is. You got silly good guys, and you've got like
And silly
this.
bad guys.
You've got the silliest bad guy you can possibly have. Like if I feel like if they had a really like because everyone in the Suicide Squad is basically just really joking, just really silly, right? And then if you had like a really
Except maybe,
serious
yeah.
villain, like imagine if they, let's for example, they just put Steppenwolf in something like this, it wouldn't really work. It's like
Well,
it's like for example, I'm just trying to think of an example.
well, serious characters I feel like can work in silly films. It's just you have to keep that character the same from what they were previously in.
Yeah,
That's like where the comedy comes from. I feel like.
I just feel like there's a lot of comedy they can do with Starro as well. And I know I talk about this a lot, right? But it's going on the cinematography. The reason why I really didn't like the first Suicide Squad movie was that, like, you know, like every few seconds there'll be like some weird wavy filter around Joker, or there'd be like the shot would just keep cutting and there'd be a lot of just ugly browns that didn't really suit the film. Like a lot of times it would
Yeah.
just be so dark. And you look at this trailer, there's like the film looks beautiful. Like
The
there's
cinematography in the first scene of the trailer when they're on the bus and they're throwing things back and forth and they're kind of like following it all. That was already really fucking good.
yeah, and another thing I really like is that a lot of the scenes you see in daylight, they're very bright, and it's with the characters, like for example Harley Quinn and Polka Dot Man and just King Shark, they sort of pop. You know, like in the pages of a comic
Yeah, I
book,
get you.
you know, like the pages in the comic book, like the first person you'd notice, like say for example in Avengers comic, Iron Man, he would pop on that page, and all the
Yeah, I
characters are
get
just
you.
so bright,
100%.
especially with everyone having such comic accurate looking suits. They it you just instantly notice them, like they just pop on screen, and that's what I love so much.
Yeah, I get what you mean. They definitely they look like they look like they're made to be memorable pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not gonna come out with this movie not remembering a single one of them.
A quick thing I want to ask you: do you think they're going to completely retcon the last one?
I'm not sure. The way they've talked about it makes it sound like a sequel that's also a reboot. It's a soft reboot where it's in the same continuity, but slightly just forgets what happened in the last film.
Yeah,
Because,
I feel
yeah.
like James Gunn's one of those filmmakers who's basically like respects a lot of past work. Like I remember going through his Instagram Q&As and someone was like, "What are your thoughts on the other Suicide Squad movie?" And it was like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was saying like he respects elements of it. And I feel like he's not that guy who would just completely disband
Yeah,
the
completely
last
shit on
movie.
it.
Yeah, and I feel like they're gonna introduce it as if it's not gonna like not like a direct sequel, but I feel like it's just gonna be like a whole new story with just like the same characters, and they're gonna get slightly different arcs. And I feel like they're just gonna
Yeah,
put it in like
definitely,
that.
100%.
And it's
Yeah.
like the reason they're putting in like
Which
Harley.
I'm happy about as well, to be honest.
Yeah, because
I did not really enjoy the first movie.
neither did I. It's like, this is what is
I,
irritating me with Warner Brothers. There's way too much studio interference. Like, for me, I'm always on the side of a filmmaker. If you have a big corporate meeting with like, or like, what, let's say like 20 different people making the decisions, and all of them having
yeah.
different inputs and different ideas, you'd obviously want one vision of a filmmaker.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you get all this interference, the movie becomes a jumbled mess. Characters start to not make sense in the story, and the story itself starts to lose its focus. Sometimes you get weird fucking filters. Sometimes you get CGI non-mustaches, you know?
Yeah. I feel
It's
like
become a
that's...
complete fucking mess.
I feel like without the other Suicide Squad movie, it would have been a lot better, because the filmmaker of that
Mm.
movie, he is really talented. He made Fury, which is like one of the best more movies I've ever seen. And I feel like the studio would just like, we need more pop music in there, because there was like a moment in, so many moments in the last Suicide Squad movie where they'd literally play like literally like 3 seconds of Bohemian Rhapsody, and then that's it. So just so they can like pad up the
Yeah,
album.
it was definitely more of a money move, is what they were doing with that movie, it feels like.
Yeah, and I feel
I
like,
also find it amusing that the Suicide Squad in the DCEU has more members than the Justice League in the DCEU.
yeah,
It's just,
I'm actually fine with that, because there's like loads of like, what, bad guys, and I can actually see them doing that.
yeah, it's just amusing to see. It's like, if the Suicide Squad ever went up against the Justice League, it's like, the Justice League's fucked. There's
Yeah,
too many of them.
I I feel I feel like I wouldn't be as excited for this film if James Gunn wasn't attached to it. Like, it's James Gunn's a name
Mm.
that you just hear now, and you just instantly like, oh, James Gunn's doing it. Yes, all my problems are
You
solved.
you mostly when you hear James Gunn, you think about the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, and you remember how good Guardians of the Galaxy was,
Yeah,
and that was like an ensemble cast, but it works. You like every character,
yeah,
and like Suicide Squad is also one of those movies where like on paper it's like, how's this gonna work? Because all these characters you've got to introduce, give character development to, give them character arcs, as well as involve them in the story. But when you hear James Gunn, you're like, yeah, you can do it. That works.
yeah.
I have faith.
I feel
And
like
that's really like something special for him as well, I feel like.
yeah, James Gunn he's gone proper big in Hollywood. He went from just doing a few short films, and then all of a sudden he got his big gig with just Guardians 1, and then he's done Guardians
Yeah.
2, and I find it funny that he got fired from Guardians 3, and then Warner Brothers are like, oh, you're not busy, do you want to do Suicide Squad? And then Marvel were like, actually, do you want to do Guardians 3 as
Actually,
well?
we've reconsidered.
Yeah, we've reconsidered, and then him doing so, he's just like, okay, well, now I can do a DC and a Marvel movie now, so I've got my
That's
job
pretty neat.
back, and I've been hired again, and I'm
Yeah,
making more money.
which cast was it that, like, stuck up for him? Was it Guardians of the Galaxy or Suicide Squad?
It was Guardians.
Oh, yeah. See, that's how much, like, the cast even respected him as well.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like, not only, like, he must have been a really good director, but, like, a really good person to be around for the entire cast to stick up for him.
yeah, and also going on to that, I don't really want to touch on this a lot, but I'll say this real quick. James Gunn did some stupid ass tweets in the day, but those were
Yeah.
ages ago. You can't really
Yeah.
have a go at people's past mistakes when they've had time
Especially
to
if they've changed.
yeah, they've. How can you change as a person when people were always looking to the things in the past, especially just things on the internet? Like, it's stupid
Yeah.
jokes, I get it, but it's not something you should just completely just cancel a movie for,
The
sort of
same
thing.
thing happened to Hartley Sawyer on The Flash.
Yeah,
Like, he made tweets like 8 years ago, and granted, the jokes aren't even funny, but it's like, it's clear that's not who he is anymore, because he's never made those tweets again since. But it's kind of just like, I don't know.
yeah, people online.
Sometimes the stuff that people should be fired for, where some stuff that you shouldn't be.
Amber
and
Heard.
James Gunn is on the side of you shouldn't be.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, what was the last thing you heard? I don't know.
Oh no, I made a joke about Amber Heard and then coughed because you said something about.
Oh, I didn't. I just thought you coughed
Oh,
normally.
it
to be
doesn't
honest.
matter. So I thought I screamed Amber Heard pretty loud. I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Oh, I was also moving, so I didn't quite hear what like what you're actually saying.
It's fine. It's fine. I made the viewers watch laughing. Don't worry, it's fine. I made them laugh.
Oh, okay.
I know I did.
Making
Anyway,
sure.
um, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pretty smart move on James Gunn's behalf. I'm pretty sure I think everyone knows it's just gonna kill like half of the cast in this movie like instantly.
Yeah.
I feel like
Isn't that like one of the mottos of the film?
yeah, it was like,
Like,
don't get too attached. Yeah, because they said that in the teaser, and I feel like you look at these big band of people, so it's like the audience being like, oh yes, I know that character, and then once he kills like half of them, it's at the same time it would be really funny, and it would just sort of like half of them would be gone, and then so now that half of them are gone, you can focus on like the remaining main cast, which I feel like is going to be like King Shark, Harley Quinn, Peacemaker, and all that.
Speaking of which, I want to go back to that thing I've like briefly spoke to you about a few days ago. You know, I sent you the pictures in Discord, but it's the fucking one of Harley Quinn and Polka Dot Man jumping over the debris of the building with like a third person who looks like Bloodsport, where it looks like he doesn't quite make it across. And I remember saying to you, do you think like Bloodsport just dies by like getting crushed by a building? It'd be funny if he does.
Could you imagine if he does? He's like set up as the main character, like, don't worry guys, I'll protect you from Star, and just fucking dies to some rocks.
He just dies.
That's his weakness, is rocks.
It's his kryptonite.
I feel like, no, I don't think he will just die in that scene, because I think they're setting him up to be like the next Deadshot. I feel like you'd think of Suicide Squad, and the studio wants you to be like, okay, we want you to sort of forget about Deadshot, not because we messed up. Now this is the new face of the Suicide Squad sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like people have mostly certified with Harley Quinn though, especially since she's had a huge fucking impact since the first Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I'm just happy that Polka Dot Man is actually, because he looks like he's going to be surviving until the main act, and I think he's going to survive. And
I'm pretty happy for that, to be honest, just because I like the actor.
Oh yeah, I love the actor of him. He's been in so much, and I've just known who Polka Dot Man is for ages, and I've just joked about Polka Dot Man for ages, and all of a sudden once I saw him on, well, wasn't actually on set, I just saw set photos. I was like, is that Polka Dot Man? And it's just, I'm so happy that these really obscure characters are just getting these films, because if you think about it now, so many obscure characters in films and TV shows are becoming like household names. Like a few years ago, people would be like, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? And now Marvel's focusing on stuff like Eternals, and then DC's doing some stuff on Black Adam, and like these new members of Suicide Squad that barely anyone's ever heard of before. So it's nice that they're not just doing like really big characters all the time.
Every character everyone knows.
Yeah.
Which is good. We need new characters for people to like, and not just the same ones repeated over every couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I want to ask you about. What's your take on the R rating?
I'm happy for it. It feels like a Suicide Squad movie needs an R rating, because they're an R-rated group of characters.
I feel like it's like, as soon as I saw the shot, which was probably might be one of my favourite shots ever now, of just King Shark ripping that guy in half.
Turning that man in half, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on the Discord, right? Oh my god. Okay, that's freaking cool. And I feel like just with the R rating, they can do a lot with King Shark. Like, for example, the bit where Starro just comes in, he's just sitting there covered in blood, just gnawing.
He's just standing on people.
Yeah, he's just sitting there just gnawing on a human skull. And there's
I hope after... Oh, continue.
Oh, shit. So, you know, you go.
I was going to say, I hope after King Shark tears that guy in half, he does something really cute.
Yeah,
like, give a wave at someone.
Yeah, but like, what? I gave him a twin, or something like that. I think that, just with everyone's different abilities, you can do so much with the gore. Like, King Shark can eat people and just rip their heads off and just rip them in half. You've got, like, Javelin, who can, like... He said in the teaser
Javel people.
Yeah, no, he said that, in the teaser that he can, blow people's genitals up back at DC Fandom, so that'll be funny.
The genital blower.
You've got, like... Wait, what the hell did you just say? What did you just say? Okay, right, I'm gonna ignore what you just said. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have stuff like Captain Boomerang just like massacring people in different ways with different kinds of boomerangs. Like, there's so many different things they can do. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking about what I said.
Did you hear me just do like a double take? I was like, wait, what did you say?
Yeah.
But
But moving on, we've
yeah,
got
moving
fucking
on.
Bloodsport as the cliche shooting people.
It seems like they're not just gonna make him so like he's just a badass who doesn't really care. Because there was a moment where he was saying to like Ratcatcher, like, don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here alive. And
Yeah.
it seems like it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be like oh, there's a group of misfits and they don't really trust each other at first, but now that they've spent time together, they're gonna learn to be a family sort of thing.
Yeah, I was just looking at his helmet. It kind of looks like a Xenomorph.
Oh, it does. It does. To me, that kind of looked like a dead horse from Minecraft. An undead horse, I mean, not an actual dead horse, like a skeletal horse. But now that you've said that, that is a
Oh, I was wondering what
xenomorph.
the fuck he was on about, but I'm like, how does the helmet look like a dead horse?
No, I meant like I meant a skeletal horse from Minecraft. Why does
Oh.
just ignore me? I don't know why Bloodshot reminds me of a Minecraft horse.
The
That's
same
gonna
thing that it reminds you of.
that's gonna
but
be meme
whatever.
bomb. Just like, yo, what'd you think of the movie? Idris Elba's character actually reminded me of a Minecraft horse. Like, okay. Uh,
What, you want to ride him?
yeah. Wait, hang on. No, what's wrong with you today? Are you okay? Are you alright, Robert? Do you need to just like we can just take a break for a minute if you want. You know, we can just calm
I'm
down,
good.
go get a
I'm
drink,
good.
just
But
just
seriously, though. But seriously.
yeah, go get a drink.
Also,
Man.
I don't need it.
Okay then.
I was also just thinking, but Bloodsport, obviously, one of his most famous things he's done is shoot Superman. And I'm wondering if that's actually going to be part of his character in this movie.
That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty badass. I got a
Wonder, like,
kryptonite bullet.
If it's not even a kryptonite bullet, it's just he shoots him out, like, it's just annoying.
Oh.
Fuck this guy.
Picture Peacemaker's helmet in your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that looks like. You've got that in your mind just right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know in the trailer when Bloodsport was like, this is coming from a guy who has a toilet seat on his head? What toilet seats is he sitting on that look like that?
Dude, they've got some weird toilet seats in prison, okay?
Yeah, they've got some strange ass toilet seats. That looks nothing like a toilet seat.
it's silver.
I sort of noticed that straight away. I didn't over time just be like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a toilet seat. I was like, no, that is not a toilet seat. That is not something I'd use to describe Peacemaker's helmet.
How would you describe Peacemaker's helmet?
Like, I don't know. I can't really describe it. It's so different.
Reminds me of those things. Great, that's a great description I just gave.
Great description. It's like how Stewart
It's like,
describes
you know,
things.
with lights, with garden lights you get that you can stick in the floor.
I
Like
think
little
so.
garden lamp.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it reminds me of them for some reason.
Uh-huh. I think I know what you're on
I
about.
don't know why. Just don't know
You
why.
described it like how Stewart described things. It's like, yo, what's that game called? Yeah, I'm installing it. You gonna be more specific? I just told you what game. But you just what? Oh no, I'm installing whatchamacallit, that game on Xbox. What game's
That's
that?
all the description you need.
That's all. That could literally mean anything, Stuart. If you're watching this, you need to take some describing classes.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I think we could create it for him. We could what, the Foocast description class? Should we do
Maybe.
that? I could do that. I'll give Stuart
I
a
think
call.
we need like a teaching license to
we-
like teach that.
No, man, we don't need a teaching license. Should I
Oh,
give him a call?
okay.
Describing classes?
Yeah. They have to pay for it though.
Oh yeah, Stuart can just pay me anyway.
Oh. Just for existing.
Just for existing. Anyway, what else is there to talk about? I think we've... is there anything else you want to add on the
I
trailer?
was going to ask, because we saw the military at one point in the movie.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering, because when Starry first gets introduced, they're all in that building, and it comes out the ground. What do you think has happened, like, with the military? Because the military seems to be outside, whilst the Suicide Squad are inside as Starry comes out. So do you think that the military is either with the Suicide Squad or against them? Like, that specific military, though, not like whoever Amanda Wallace people are in this continuity. Which I'm assuming is Argus.
I think they'll sort of only be there to just sort of take down Starro.
Yeah.
sort
But
of
like,
thing.
do they even know he's a thing at that point? That's the thing.
Um, I don't know. You only really see
Cause
him
like,
in that area where Starro is, and
yeah.
I'm not sure what their involvement would be. I'm pretty sure someone in the Suicide Squad's gonna get like controlled by like a little baby Starro that's gonna sit on their face.
It's gonna be Polka Dot Man.
Do you think it could be? Like
Feels likely.
someone's gotta die by like Starro squishing on him. 100%, that's gotta happen.
Like, who would that be?
It'd be funny if like
Fucking
Javelin's there
Captain
and he
Boomerang.
throws his javelin, it misses, and he's there going, "Oh shit!" and he just gets like crowded with him
You
and
have to
just
like
dies.
go get it. You have to
Yeah,
like go pick it up.
he just has like no javelin powers. He's just a guy with a javelin. Like I could be javelin. I could just go down into a shop and just buy a javelin. Boom, I'm
That's the thing.
javelin.
I'm thinking. I'm looking at some of the characters. I'm wondering which ones you could just be like right now if you decided to be.
I could be Harley Quinn if I
Like,
wanted to be.
I wanted to be. I think I could be King Shark right now if I wanted to be.
I could go get a toilet seat and just stick on my head and boom, I'm Peacemaker.
That'd be really heavy.
I could. I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to make a clever Minecraft dead horse joke, but I was like, how could I become that?
It's a good thing you didn't.
But yeah, this trailer, it caught me off guard the other day. I was just sort of sitting there, just like, God, I'm just waiting on some news for something. Because I love just like coming on Instagram or YouTube or Twitter and just seeing like breaking news, so and so rumor, or this is confirmed, or this is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I literally just checked Instagram, and like 1 minute ago, James Gunn said like, oh, the trailer's out tomorrow, and I'm like, yo, what? So that just put me really excited for tomorrow. Plus, that was the same day we were getting Winter Soldier episode 2. So you know, it was a great
Yeah.
day.
That's a great day.
So I was just like, oh yes, I was genuinely surprised we're getting a trailer this early, because if you look at like Godzilla vs Kong and like Mortal Kombat, we're getting like a trailer like just 2 months before it comes out, and Suicide Squad's coming out in like late August. So I'm surprised we're getting a trailer this
I'm
early.
pretty hyped for it as well. Yeah.
I still remember the days when James Gunn was just rumored to be doing a Suicide Squad movie, and then fast forward, we're here, and the movie's done, and the trailer's out, and it's out this year. Like that came
Yeah.
out quick.
It's a pretty good time to be a comic book fan, I say.
It's an even better time to be a DC fan, because recently DC's just, I've not been too bothered about it. Then all of a sudden we're getting the ones I'm really bothered about is the Batman, Suicide Squad. I'm iffy on the Flash, but it's just
Oh, the movie, yeah.
at least we're getting genuinely good
that
looking
film-
DC content.
Yeah. The Flashpoint movie, what I've heard about it really worries me.
Yeah, same. It's the fact that I've seen a lot of concept art and just talks about Michael Keaton's Batman, and then it's him going behind the scenes saying stuff like, oh, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it. So I feel like if he can't make it, they'll have to like shuffle a lot of things.
Yeah.
It seems a lot of into the Batverse sort of thing more than Flash.
The butthole verse, yeah.
The butthole verse.
I was meant to say batthole, but I mixed up my words. I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
butthole
Are you
instead.
generally alright today, Robert? Like, I'm concerned for you.
Dude, I'm concerned for myself too.
Yeah, like, are you sure? Do you want to just take a break and just sort of just chill out for a bit?
I'm just pretty happy because I got some good news about Lucifer Season 5 Part B today. So
I'm
just
Lucifer.
generally happy.
I've seen like half of like I don't know what season. I just came downstairs and my dad was watching it. I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Also,
We have to wait like nearly a fucking year to see the second half of Season 5.
yeah,
And we finally got a release date, which is the 28th of May.
you know what
I have to wait since last August.
You know what I'd love to do with you, because I feel like we've left this too late with Superman and Lois, but that's purely because I don't watch a lot of the CW shows. I'm
Yeah.
hearing it's incredible, and if I hear something's
fucking
incredible, I'm gonna watch it. Would you, when the season finishes, would you like to do
Well,
a
you could
cast?
wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm on break for like 6 or 8 weeks now,
Oh
so
yeah,
if you wanted to, you could maybe catch up.
I could catch up. We could do a big Superman and Lois cast, like before the.
Yeah,
Dude, good idea.
alright, we'll
I'd
work
be
on
down
that
to
then.
do that. Right, before I'm guessing we've basically gone over a majority of things in the trailer.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I was gonna briefly mention this to you. What do you think about hashtag Restore the Snyderverse? Well, on the topic of DC.
I'd like to see a continuation of the Snyderverse. It's just I don't want it to reward the toxic fans. Like the ones that are going around review bombing of a movie that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's just
Like,
disrespectful. Godzilla vs. King Kong has nothing to do with any completely
anything
different,
to do with DC.
separate DC studio. There's no point of review bombing that because that's just disrespectful and that's just setting a bad example for the
The
fans.
thing is as well, I'm also mixed on the Snyder Cut because whilst I'm glad we finally get to see Zack Snyder's vision the way he wanted it, it also like kind of opened the flood doors of people being like, well, if we complain hard enough, we can get what we want.
Yeah,
Which
obviously,
I feel like is a
yeah,
bit
obviously
of a
it's not everyone, but still,
yeah,
it's
not everyone.
yeah, it's still that sort of rewarded it. And because I'm watching Justice League next week, and I'm
Yeah,
genuinely before I was just like I'm not really too excited about it because I just hated the first one, so I'm not looking forward to this one because I'm hearing so much praise about it. Like I've had friends who have given the first one like 1 out of 10, and them giving this one like a good 9 out of 10. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
really? It's that good? So I feel like when I watch that, I'll be in the mood for like, oh yes, a hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Because right now it's like, yes, I'd like to see it, but when I watch Justice League, I'll be like, yes, give me this, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I can,
Like, I was never on the hype train for it. When I start seeing reviews from reviewers that I typically agree with, I was like, maybe I will like it.
yeah, genuinely, I can't see Warner Brothers not taking notice of this. It's become like one of the biggest hashtags ever in just like a few weeks. It's like what, and what one, I think it's on like 2 million hash something retweets or something like that on Twitter.
Jesus.
And I feel like it's something Warner Brothers can't ignore, and it's something the fans love, the filmmakers want it, the actors want it, and that's like basically everyone that they're marketing their movies towards. I can see it. I can generally see that happening.
I can as well. It's just a question of whether or not Zack Snyder will want to do
Yeah,
another DC movie, and if the actors aren't still pissy with Warner Brothers. Because a lot of the actors seem to have gotten fucked over by him.
yeah,
There's probably a bit of bad blood there, to
I
be
see
honest.
what you mean. Right, I think
Yeah.
we ready to wrap up.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this has been good. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!